Sammy Monroe is going to wake up in time for this game.
Well, Sammy Monroe, a guy who averages 25 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. That was definitely a terrible night for him, as the starters now for the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados are making their way in. And B-Meg Derby Ace going with Paul Artadi, James Yap, Don Aliado, Mark Pingris, and Cliff Brown. And in just a moment, we'll be seeing the Barako Energy Coffee Masters starting lineup in this all-important, probably the most important game of the conference, because it could be their last. They are fighting for survival here tonight at the Araneta Coliseum. And they are going to go with Paulo Hubalde, Rob Wainwright, Sam Monroe. Jerwin Gacko is going to be inserted into the starting lineup along with Rob Reyes.
And center, number 23,
Sammy Monroe. Told you about an off night. He wasn't even the third best scorer that night. He was the fourth best scorer behind Nahorda and Di Maunahan and Wainwright.
And you know, for a team like Barako Energy Coffee, they can afford for their imports not to be dominant. They obviously, lineup-wise, they may not have the deepest and most talented lineup out there in the league right now. But if your import doesn't perform together with that lineup, you know it's going to be trouble.
And there's a look at our starting lineup as we are now just moments away from our opening tip-off. Our next game day should be exciting with this elimination round pretty much extended by another day. It's just a matter of finding out who exactly will be playing this Friday. We'll have some more info on that, by the way, because it is confirmed that there will not be any game this Wednesday. Instead, the next PBA game day will be this Friday. We'll have more details for you later on. In the meantime, first attempt for the Llamados. And hoping to play garbage man was Cliff Brown, but nothing there. And off the Rob Wainwright rebound, Ubalde trying to set this one up for the Coffee Masters. Gacko, free throw jumper is good.
Jerwin Gacko mentioned in the last game that his contract is just expiring. This might be his last game with the Barako Energy Coffee Master. So very important for him also to show what his worth is, not only to his team, but also to the rest of the PBA.
Jerwin Gacko, before coming into play for Barako Energy Coffee, had a stint at the ASEAN Basketball League. Artadi, three-point attempt is good. And Paul Artadi needs to be firing that way from the outside. He shot 1 of 6 last time around. Hesitation from Monroe. There's the double team. Monroe moves in. There's the handoff. Gacko with a reverse, and he's got an and one opportunity coming up.
Sammy Monroe is going to attract the defense, that's for sure. Now the rest of his teammates have to be ready for drop passes. Good job on the part of Jerwin Gacko to catch that ball and finish with poise.
So Jerwin Gacko averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds per game. Finishes off the three-point play. And the Coffee Masters ahead by 2. Brown asking for it in the low post. Works his way in. There's the finger roll.
So that little screen given up by Paul Artadi was able to give Cliff Brown. I always went Chris Brown. Cliff Brown. That
unless he starts rapping in the middle of this game.
Ang dami ng Brown nun. Meron pa yung Brown doon sa Ginebra.
B-Meg Derby Ace now looking to break the tie. Here comes Artadi. The handoff. Back to Artadi. Stepping back for the jumper. No. But there's Pingris. Mark Pingris averaging 3 offensive rebounds per game. But Aliado called for the offensive foul.
This time last year, Mark Pingris was actually wearing San Miguel uniform, right? And after that, he went back to Pure Foods last conference. They win the championship now with B-Meg Derby Ace. And again, you know, they're a good team once more because Mark Pingris is that type of guy that gives you energy. And when he was gone with his team, this team was flat.
And if you're looking for an import stopper, Mark Pingris is your guy.
Defensively, you know, does a lot of things for your team. Of course, not a great outside shooter, but other than that, lots of pluses in his game.
But it's not like they need any more outside shooters. This B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados squad is stacked. And there's Mark Pingris. Putback brings the Llamados ahead by 2, 7-5. And the offense, hoping to start off with Monroe. Monroe trying to get past Pingris, and Pingris sending back the three. And that opens up this opportunity. James Yap, the floater, and he will be fouled.
We were just talking about Mark Pingris and his ability to defend the import. You saw it right there. Straight up, straight down. He can jump as well as an import. And after that, good job of B-Meg Derby Ace to push the basketball after clearing that block and force Barako Energy Coffee to play defense early without setting up.
Rare miss from James Yap at the free throw line. Here's another look at the block.
And here's that block.
But
bola talaga eh.
But equally impressive was this, that battle for the loose ball that ensued after the block. Oh, nothing from the free throw line for James Yap, but no problem because Cliff Brown is there, but still no conversion. And we've got Patricia Hiza now standing by with this report.
Now, Coach Ryan was telling me that he told the team to keep their eyes on the prize, and being number 2 on the standings is the goal. They got to do 3 things. Bring their lockdown defense, which has given them tremendous success. Now, in their last 5 straight wins, they've limited opponents to only 80 points, and that includes San Miguel and Talk and Text. Number 2, they need to take care of the ball. They averaged 26 turnovers in their last 3 losses. Now, they managed to commit 20 turnovers in the wins that they've had, so they got to keep an eye on that one. They also got to share the wealth. In the last game against Ginebra, they had 25 assists, and that makes winning a whole lot easier, Vito.
Thanks, Patricia. As the Barako Energy Coffee Masters quickly take the advantage back, 9-7 now with 7 minutes and 52 remaining in the first. Handoff now to James Yap. Zip pass inside, Cliff Brown for the finish.
So one of the things that James Yap has gotten better and better as the years have gone by in the PBA is his passing. Before was a terrible passer. Only had averages about 1 assist per game.
Right.
But that has definitely moved up. He knows that defensively teams are keying up on him, and now he has kept his head up and looked for those passes for his teammates.
Tough looking jumper for Sammy Monroe, but nonetheless, he manages to sink it, his 4th point of the ball game.
And that's a good sign for them because what's that? Back-to-back hits for Sammy Monroe.
Artadi asking Brown to move inside. Aliado, the jumper, and misses. Monroe, long 3 is short. Valiant attempt by Paul Artadi to save that possession. This one's going to stay with Barako Energy Coffee. Barako Energy Coffee can still make something out of this conference. It has been a very rough conference for them, lingering at the bottom of the standings all throughout. Monroe trying to shake off Pingris. 9 seconds on the shot clock. There's a double team inside Tugako, but it rattles out. And we've got a loose ball foul here.
And you can see B-Meg Derby Ace really keying up on Sammy Monroe. Big guys have to be ready to finish, and that one just slipping out for Jervin Gakko.
Approaching the halfway mark now of the first quarter. B-Meg Derby Ace looking for the equalizer here. James Yap out of the screen, the kick out pass. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Artadi slashes to the basket. And that's 5 points on the board now for Paul Artadi. Oh, and look at this tight spot. The tight spot that Sammy Monroe finds himself in.
And just the same, Sammy Monroe has to continue to trust his teammates. Doesn't have